can't believe I'm talking about this. Okay. So I had an LMHC degree. Or almost. And then I dropped out. But that doesn't count. It does and it doesn't, because I was in the the mental health field for a while. By the way, I'm not an LMHC degree. I'm not an LMHC. I'm not legal, financial. I'm not a doctor. I'm not any of those kind of things. So, once upon a time, there was a couple things I believed in. But, since then, I've seen people using their feelings. They weaponize it, right? And you see it in movies. So people learning how to weaponize their feelings to weaponize it. And they're like, well, you don't validate my feelings, man. I'm all for validation, right? As long as it doesn't create harm. But I work with kids, and I see what happens when you do too much validation, because it becomes fixation. And I think there's this, we as a country, we go pendulum swing. That's a bit of a problem, because when we become fixated on one end of the extreme, how can there be any kind of healing? Is the healing, is it an ego-driven thing, or is it about anger? And sometimes, when we're talking about correcting other people, because I've seen it in some of the films, if you look at Georgia and that girl Jenny, there's a lot of anger between the two. I see a lot of weaponization of validation stuff. I'm all for honoring feelings. But I have far too many times seen from myself and other people, and I don't do this anymore, where I'm trying to course correct other people's behavior by using my feelings to weaponize against another person, because it doesn't help. It makes things way worse. It makes it makes it where the person can't trust you anymore. Oh, you're gonna use your feelings against me. I don't trust you no more. I'm sorry. If you're gonna use your feelings as a weapon, or your kids as the feelings as a weapon against adults, or against your own personal boundaries, that's not healing. That's using resources and making it look bad for everyone else who use those resources. But also, too, those using your resources against another person. So that way, when they hear that word, it's like the wolf who cried. What was it? The wolf who cried. Sorry. The kid who cried wolf. You gonna be that kid? You're gonna be that person who cried wolf? Go ahead and do it. Then the next time you need help, no one will believe you. Now, by the way, obviously I'm not an LMC degree person individual, but I'm just kind of letting you kind of think about things a little differently, a little clearly about how you treat other people. Because how you treat other people will actually indicate what kind of resources you get. Do you know there's a research study about how people who are traumatized or had parents who are traumatized, those kids who have traumatized parents get less resources, get less opportunities. Do you want to minimize your opportunities or not? I know I don't. So I have to ask myself these kind of really difficult questions. And I'm laying it out for you because I want to be a resource for you. Don't weaponize your tools. Don't weaponize your skills. Don't weaponize your feelings, because you won't get more resources if you do it. Adios, man, because I'm not an LMC disclaimer, because all choice is your own and all that.